Hey guys, it's Jeff Hamilton with Dad Academy, and I'm here to share with you some exciting news for me personally, and for all of our Dad Academy community about the next steps that we're taking with Dad Academy and for how you can be involved. Before we do that, I just kind of want to give you a little bit of history for Dad Academy. It was 2015. My son had just graduated from high school in 2014. My daughter was about to graduate in 2016. Had been serving families in our communities and in our church for over 25 years. And I knew that there was a need to be able to encourage dads. As I was coming to the end of my fatherhood journey, at least with my kids in my house, I wanted to pass on some of the lessons that I have learned and to help dads be confident in their approach to being everything that God had already designed them to be. So we started designing Dad Academy. In fact, this is like the first book. We used to take them and print them off at Kinko's as I would go around and meet with different groups or do weekend seminars. And that worked great for about 5 years. But when COVID hit 2020, we began to think about how could we rethink Dad Academy and get it to as many people as possible. So we set up a makeshift studio, recorded all the videos, created the workbook, which this is the format that most of you have been able to engage with and encounter Dad Academy with. And in these 10 years, we've seen great things be able to happen in the lives of men individually as we create community among guys who are wanting to be purposeful in their parenting and be everything that they can in changing their family for good. But these 5 years later, as we think about 10 years of Dad Academy, we wanted to rethink about how can we get this message out to as many men as possible. In order to do that, we discovered that a book was probably the best form to do so. And so this year, I've just finished a 3-month process of turning all the Dad Academy material into a book. And in doing so, we created a budget that would allow us to kind of present Dad Academy to as wide an audience and as many people as possible. And in order to do that, there is a budget of about $20,000 to be able to produce Dad Academy in a book form and to have it marketed and advertised to find its community among men who are looking for help being a dad. And this is where I'm inviting you to be a part of the process. You know, Dad Academy has been a kind of an individual passion project of mine. My wife and I have kind of supported and done it all, even with the people who walked through Dad Academy. The money was invested right back into the ministry, oftentimes scholarshiping and supporting men who are part of that journey. But we want to invite you. This is where the Dad Academy community can come together and start investing into other dads. Any contribution that you can make to help us meet that goal that allows us to edit the book professionally, to have it, the cover and the interior designed professionally, to work with public relations firms and marketers that would allow us to get in front of the right people to be able to communicate the message of wanting to encourage and to equip dads. I know that Dad Academy is not the only tool out there, but there's a reason why there are different tools in our toolbox, because there is one that is needed for each different type of job that are out there. And Dad Academy fits a very specific kind of dad who is wanting to have a plan of how to pass on his values and skills to his kids. I'd like to ask you to invest into the next step and into the next group of dads who would benefit from being a part of Dad Academy. There's a link attached to the video. There's a link attached to all of our social media and on our website. And would you consider making a donation to help Dad Academy not just take a next level step, but to reach as many men as possible, that we would fulfill the mission that God has given to us in helping fathers change their families for good.